Hello again. This is Steve back at you with the fourth poem in my series of poems I've memorized. And this one is about a storyteller who drifts into a local saloon and tells a sad story of lost love. So picture yourself in your favorite watering hole with your friends, and in comes this stranger, a vagabond. It was written around 1885 by Hugh, Antoine, Darcy, and later made into a silent movie by Charlie Chaplin. It's titled The Face on the Barroom Floor. 'Twas a balmy summer evening, and a goodly crowd was there, which well nigh filled Joe's barroom at the corner of the square. And as songs and witty stories came through the open door, a vagabond crept slowly in and posed upon the floor. "Where did it come from?" someone said. "The wind has blown it in." "What does it want?" cried another. "Is it whiskey, rum, or gin?" "Here, Toby, go seek him if your stomach's equal to the work. He's so filthy I wouldn't touch him with a fork." This badinage the poor wretch took with stoical good grace. In fact, he smiled as though he'd thought he'd found the proper place. "Come, boys, I know there's kindly hearts among so good a crowd. To be in such good company would make a deacon proud. Give me a drink, that's what I want. I'm out of funds, you know. When I had cash to treat the gang, this hand was never slow." "What, you laugh, as though you thought this pocket never held a coin or two. Let me tell you something. I once was fixed as well, my boys, as any one of you." "There, thanks, that's braced me nicely. God bless you one and all. Next time I pass this good saloon, I'll make another call. Give you a song? No, I can't do that. My singing days are past. My voice is cracked, my throat's worn out, and my lungs are going fast. Say, give me another whiskey and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you a funny story, and a fact I promise too. That I was once a decent man, not one of you would think, but I was, 4 or 5 years back. Say, give me another drink. Fill her up, bartender. Those small drinks to a bum like me are menacingly tame, and I need to fuel my frame. 5 fingers. There, that's the scheme. And corking whiskey, too. Well, here's luck, boys. And landlord, my best regards to you. Now, you've treated me fairly kindly, and I'd like to tell you how I came to be this dirty sot you see before you now. As I told you, once I was a man with muscle, frame, and health, and, but for a blunder, ought to have made considerable wealth. I was a painter, not one who daubs on bricks and wood, but an artist, and for my age was rated pretty good. I worked hard at my canvas and was bidding fair to rise, and gradually I saw the star of fame before my eyes. I made a picture perhaps you've seen. 'Tis called The Chase of Fame. It brought me $1,500 and added to my name. And then I met a woman. Now comes the funny part. With eyes that petrified my brain and sunk into my heart. Why aren't you laughing? 'Tis funny that the vagabond you see could ever love a woman and expect her love for me, but 'tis true. And for a month or two her smiles were freely given, and when her loving lips met mine, it carried me to heaven. Have you ever seen a woman for whom your soul you'd give, with a form like the Milo Venus, too beautiful to live, and eyes that would beat the Kohinoor, and a wealth of chestnut hair? If so, 'twas she, for there never was another half so fair. I was working on a portrait one afternoon in May of a fair-haired boy, a friend of mine, who lived across the way. And Madeline admired it, and much to my surprise, said she wanted to know the man who had such dreamy eyes. Well, it didn't take long to know him, and before a month had flown, My friend had stolen my darling, and I was left alone. And ere a year of misery had passed above my head, the jewel that I had treasured so had tarnished and was dead. And that's why I took to drink, boys. Why, I didn't see you smile. I thought you'd be amused and be laughing all the while. Say, friend, what's the matter? Is that a teardrop in your eyes? Come, laugh like me. 'Tis only babes and women that should cry. Say, give me another whiskey, and I'll be glad. And I'll draw right here a picture of the face that drove me mad. Give me a piece of that chalk with which you mark the scores, and you shall see the lovely Madeline upon the barroom floor. Another drink, and with chalk in hand the vagabond began to sketch a face which might well buy the soul of any man. And as he placed another lock upon the lovely head, with a fearful shriek, he leaped and fell across the picture, dead. Well, quite an ending, wasn't it? And, as I say, a bit on the dark side, but a fascinating story. And I hope you'll find it and read it aloud yourself and put your own spin on it. Until next time, happy memorizing.